break it down.
Hey, all dirty Distaggio back at you with that promised Wretched Gorge video. So let's go ahead and do that here. Godfuzzy, Chris282, Thawic, Turkey79 in the base design is the Dirty Tom. I did read through all your comments, and yes, you're right. I don't really get naming rights on this. It's simply, that's just the name we call it inside of Guild Dirty. This is a super intuitive base. Tons of people are using it. It's used in the public. Just if you go in pubby little ones too that everyone's using, it's intuitive because all your heroes are the closest to the center and your walls go everywhere else except the center path. So it's just what we call it internally to let everyone know in our guild, and then they know what we're talking about. But again, it's a pretty intuitive base and pretty fun. The Wretched Gorge 2 is pretty easy here. You can see here, especially with 4 Pumpkin Dukes. It's essentially a Here Be Monster, Team Here Be Monster with 4 Pumpkin Dukes. So you can imagine that it gets a little crazy when they all stack up and start to go, you know, just nutsos. One thing to note about Pumpkin Dukes, I would recommend that you spread those 4 Pumpkin Dukes around, meaning don't put them all in the center. Have some of them on the edges, have some, maybe one in the center, have some towards the center, you know, just so that there's a little bit of diversity given the waves. You don't always want your Pumpkin Dukes to go last, like right there, you can see too. Now it just starts to get crazy and everything gets, all of this, your phone gets everything shooting, flying around everywhere, and that was a super fast wave. This would have been a really fast clear. But you can see there's a little pathing thing, so we want the monsters. You want the monsters to do this path. It's essentially a peon clover path. I mean, that's exactly what it is. And you can see that there's some slowdown on the boss too, so he's walking pretty slow. And here's real nice when that Multanica, that level 155 Multanica went in. That allowed that boss, because it is aggroed on Multanica, I believe. And you can see starting to swing at, I don't see Multanica's health going down. But by the way, I'm taking a lot of screenshots as we go here, because I am sharing this internally with Guild Dirty, sort of between my video clips here. Chris282 lands the special box. Thawic Turkey, Godfuzzy didn't get anything. Chris282 keeps getting all the boxes. What's in the box? Guys, I'm going to ask you 2 things today. 2 questions that I'm curious about down in your comments below on the video. Is number 1, if you've gotten one of those special boxes, what's in it? And then number 2 is going to be Wretched Gorge 3 designs. I'm just curious. It's kind of hard to describe in comments if you found anything successful yet. But I'll show you the one Wretched Gorge 3 after this Wretched Gorge 2. So this is another Wretched Gorge 2. And you can see here that they're stuck on that one group there on the west side. Luckily, that group could clear that wave pretty easy. I do think I spotted a death there, which isn't good. But again, I would say that with 4 Pumpkin Dukes, especially with Berserking Dukes, there's 2 Berserking Pumpkin, at least 2 Berserking Pumpkin Dukes. Mine doesn't Berserk. Mine has Revitalized 5, which is not very good for what is essentially a pimped out Here Be Monsters, right? Revitalize is simply not a super good, you know, team Here Be Monster or Here Be Monster or Wretched Gorge, whatever you want to call it. But you can see this goes pretty quick here, and I'm like, hey, why isn't it over? Oh, because my Santa hit the boss right there, and my Santa has slowdown on it, so he's going really slow to the middle. So I thought this one was a super fast clear, but because that one boss was hanging out there, kind of forgot about him. In fact, was there 2 bosses there? Sometimes those 2 come together. So again, Chris282 at the box, this time with Turkey, Uriel 1998, and myself. Chris and Uriel are on my perma team. And here's a Wretched Gorge 3. Again, I got Chris and Uriel, and this time we drag along Stillawuffa along with us. He's a dirty Canadian, actually, by the way. Just want to throw that out there, just so everyone knows. And you can all tease him for it. That's all right. Anyways, Wretched Gorge 3, same design, Dirty Tom, but I mean, guys, I'm not claiming naming rights here. I'm just saying that's what I call it, just because it's the Dirty Tom. He's the first person that showed me a screenshot that equates it. He actually got it from someone else, which is the funny thing about it. I'm not claiming it for myself either. I mean, I guess I am the leader of Guild Dirty, but I'm not Tom. So there you go. We did pretty good. This was our first attempt, and actually, I thought that, yeah, we clear this boss. We got it. I thought we were going to win it right here. I'm like, hey, sweet, we're going to win. And I'm like, all right, of course. Of course, there's more. And you can see the Santa Boom's magic missile, super missiles are hitting everything, slowing everything down. But they just keep coming and coming and coming. It's like There's like 6 Hero Demons on the board. There's Senna Booms going off everywhere. There's Vlad Dracula's proc, and you can see the purple rings there. And just all of a sudden, all my center hero bases are gone. It's like it's over. In fact, my hero bases are all gone. There's an Ares right there. There's at least 2 of them. There's a Vlad Dracula up, but again, all the hero bases are gone. So are you guys using towers? I guess that's one question. If so, where are you putting them? What are you guys thinking? What are you doing? Any other videos? Feel free to, you can link YouTube videos down below. They won't get caught by the filter. So as always, keep it dirty and dirty up.